My guy, John Henson, over at the Field of 68. Dion, I don't know if you know this, but there's a good contingent of people that called me the John Henson of Albion. Did you know that?
What do you have names from that contingent?
No, never been said. That's my first time saying it. It's also completely wrong. But love my guy, John Henson.
You're
Never
also
ever
not
forget.
left-handed, by the way.
What'd you say?
So you're not left-handed.
Yeah, but I in another life I was lefty for sure. Also, do got a good left hand. Don't sleep. What I'm saying though, shout out to my guy John Henson over at the Field of 68. He does great stuff over there. We've done stuff with John before. I think back to the first time Greg and I did a marathon with Bleacher Report watching the NCAA tournament, and somehow John Henson was on the stream with us the whole time. It was absolutely classic talking ball with him. Really good basketball mind, really good player. Shout out to him doing great work over at the Field of 68 and the Field of 68 in general. They're going to be doing great stuff this season. But he was talking about the guys that they had. He's talking about Kentucky in this case. And he had a quote that I just thought was classic that I wanted to talk about with you. They've got guys that aren't going to play riding around in Porsches over there. Basically saying that if you are touching a Kentucky court, you ain't driving no Honda. Okay. There's no Kias on that court. It's all Porsches. It's all something evident of a $22 million roster. Obviously, I think he's right in this case, so I'll let you say that, Dion. But also, what do you take from John Henson saying this? Because to me, it brings up a point that I think I'm even guilty of early on in this season. This team's not going to be able to play this season, win or loss, without it being brought up that this roster is $22 million.
Yeah, the $22 million thing is basically like, did you know Matt Stafford and Clayton Kershaw were on the same high school team?
Right.
Like, it's going to be brought up every single game, and it should be. And here's why it should be. $22 million isn't that much money to be spent on a roster. I want to be unequivocally clear on
That's a
that.
lot of money to be spent on a roster, man. That means like, I mean, depending on how it's split up, the end of the bench guy who's never going to touch the floor ever is in a Porsche.
But they just sold exhibition tickets. Get-in price was 450 or something like that. So how much money is this program making, right? Like this is just where my head goes. This is probably a basketball program that's making well into the nine figures, you would have to assume, right? Like, is that a crazy statement?
No, I don't think so at all.
Yeah, so like 100, 200 million dollars like that this basketball program's making, right? And I understand college sports is different than professional, where like if Kentucky men's basketball makes 150, X amount of that has to go to football, volleyball, rowing, which like maybe the problem is like we don't need rowing teams. I don't know. Just
Please,
I don't
please,
know.
please respect the Rovers.
I so well, different story for a different day. When I went to Sac State, though, like I met some of the like women's rowing team, and I was like, let's go to war. Like, I want to see if I could row with y'all. No shot.
No
Like,
shot.
very talented individuals. But still, like, I know the money has to be spread out. But if you're making, let's say it's even less than $100 million, like I'll meet at $70 million. You just spent less than 33% on your roster. Like, that is a lot of money. I'm not trying to say it isn't, right? And Kentucky should be credited for spending the most money. I just still think we're at a stage in like the NIL where um, these programs don't they are spending a fraction of what they're actually bringing in, and to us it's a lot because at one point they were spending nothing and just pocketing hundreds of millions of dollars and building science buildings, which is sick. I'm not trying to take anything away from science, but I think that is the portion of it where like I want it to be pointed out, I want it to be brought up, because like respectfully, how much money is JQ losing out by playing college basketball this year?
Oh, because it would have been what, lottery picks, what you're saying?
He should be making he should be making close to $22 million himself. You know what I mean? Like he should be in the tens of millions of dollars himself. Cooper Flag is making what 17, $18 million this year, and that's before endorsements. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like and Duke spent less than that on their whole roster that was built around Cooper Flag. And again, it's not the same. And NBA teams probably make more, maybe. I actually don't know if that's a fact. But like nonetheless, like the a lot of these programs make a lot of money, and 22 million is a fraction of what they're actually making.
Yeah, look, I think that given that number coming out, it's going to be brought up a lot on how these guys are operating. I'll also say this. Shout out to the guys that aren't going to play that are riding around in Porsches. That's the Kentucky basketball dream right there. You get a Porsche, you get a Porsche, you get a Porsche. And this isn't going to be the first or the last time that the price point on this roster is brought up. The only thing I will say though is that I don't know. I equate it to this, and this might be the wrong analogy to use. It probably is. No one is going to be worried about how much you spent on this roster if you get to the point where you get to what you want to do. Like if they make a Final Four, I don't care if it was 4 or 50 million. I don't care if everyone on the team got their own stake in some crazy ass Lexington. I don't know. Say whatever you want, but it's just going to be a little bit. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to go this year talking about Kentucky, and you just talk about the price of the roster every time. I'm fine with talking about it. I would like to lead with actual basketball, and then like at the end, be like, "Damn, 22 million."
How many years does Izzo have to coach to spend $22 million?
He never will.
No, but like total.
To, oh, right now I think our highest paid player is at 1 million. So that's probably like at least another 9 years, I think, as a total roster.
That's what I mean. Like Michigan State has to be making like well over $50 million a year on the basketball program. To subsequently spend 4 million is like that's it's great. I want the players to be paid. I'm not trying to take away from it. I want them to be paid fairly too.
Mhm.
If you make a team $50 million, you should be making a lot more than 700,000. And it shouldn't just be like, I love the culture. Like stand up for yourselves a little bit. Like
Yeah, but look, here Kentucky basketball. I think everyone deserves two Porsches. Here Kentucky basketball. Honestly, let's go Porsche for Porsche. All right, let's make a graphic. We got Porsches over here. Line it up. Take a hard ass pick in front of all your Porsches with the whole team. I like it. That's the way it should be. It's the beauty of NIL. I rather embrace it than just shit on it at every single turn that you have. Um, Last thing
why
I'll say in this, I'd like to know what John Henson got when he was at UNC. Because, hey, John, I'm gonna hit you up if you see this. Respectfully, for lack of a better term, don't lie to me, dog. I know you got a little something. I know back then it wasn't a Porsche, but you was getting some NIL back then. Don't let's not do that.
John, I want to point out only one of us tried to get you caught up in a scandal.
Listen, he's done. Hey, what they gonna do? Bench him? Like,
Same thing they're doing to Chauncey and them.
okay, I said that John took a couple of extra bucks here. I didn't say John was doing illegal poker games at the bottom in the basement of the Dean Dome. You took that shit way too far. But look, correct read by my guy John Henson is a funny comment. And it's something that should be embraced by Kentucky, right? Great basketball. Everyone's got Porsches.
Where do you think they live? Like the players? Because like Ortega realistically should be living in like a mansion, right? Like he should the same way like Devin Booker has like a 15 bedroom house somewhere in Phoenix and he only lives in like half of it. Like
Yeah.
Ortega should have the same in Kentucky.
I feel like I know I always point to this just because I'm always familiar with it. Kansas has like a luxury condo apartment complex right across the street from the stadium, and it's just theirs. Like that's it. It's just theirs. I feel like Kentucky has that, where they just got a nice little condo overlooking Lexington.
That's fine. I'll tell you what, if Darren Peterson doesn't have the penthouse, like we gotta talk. Like let Trey White have a better view than Darren Peterson. Bill Self might have to retire.
You're gonna have to hear from me. Shout out to John Henson. Shout out to the Field of 68. Always great content over there.